Hi, my name is Chuckwunonso Angel Dureke, and I am a filmmaker and president of WETATi Next Generation. I think that WETATi has showed me the importance of understanding the business structure, understanding how to work with people from all walks of life, and understanding that you can't run away from business. Even as a creative and a filmmaker, I have learned that there's certain things in regards to etiquette, in regards to knowing how to speak to large groups of people, learning how to relate to all people from all walks of life. I've learned that it's important to have these type of things that you learn outside of the classroom, because those things will help you be a more holistic, well-rounded person. I think it is very beautiful to meet people my age, and I think it's important to be in a creative space and a creative hub with like-minded people who want the things that you want out of life. I think you need to be in nurturing environments where you can see yourself. And WETATi has always allowed me to see myself and know that what others may think are impossible is only because of the spaces that they're in. And WETATi has allowed me to meet people that remind me that it's not impossible. So it's good to see people my age, the future, creating, being innovators, coming up with things that people have yet to see yet. So yeah. My relationship with Dr. Dureke is important to me because I think in different phases of my life, I think it's changed. Of course, within the mother-daughter relationship, but I think even seeing how much WETATi has grown, seeing how she has always stuck to her business plan, and I think my mother has showed me that there is no testimony without a test. And I think if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be prepared for the testimonies. You have to be prepared for the haters. I like the competitions. I like to see the competitions. I think that a lot of people sometimes, especially our generation, does not understand that, iron sharpens iron. And so when you are in spaces that pushes you to do your best, I think the WETATi Entrepreneurship Competition is a great space for the youth to think about having a business plan, to think about 6 months from now, what will my business look like? Will I gain revenue from that? What will I do with that revenue? How will I multiply the resources that I have? So I love that. And I also love the scholarships that we give to students, because if you really believe in something, you invest your money into it and you invest your time into it. And so that for me is a beautiful way of showing how WETATi pays it forward and helps people create their dreams. So yeah. So Ambassador Dr. Margaret Dureke. People say it wrong, it's Dureke. She is a phenomenal woman. I think that it's an honor that I get to call her my mother, but I think it's an honor that so many other people that are not related to her gets to call them their mom. And she's poured into so many people's lives, so I can only hope but to live up to her expectations, let alone her footsteps. I think that the most beautiful thing about my mom is that you can tell that she really loves to give back to people and she really pours into the youth. And there's so many people that I bump into randomly at different stores or different places, and I'm just like, oh, I met your mom at this event, she really changed my life, or oh, I joined WETATi because of your mother, or your mom let me know that I didn't have to be a doctor. Not that there's anything wrong with being a doctor, but I will say that those of us who decide that we're going to do something because we love it, there's a way in which we approach life differently. And so I think for Ambassador Dr. Dureke has allowed a lot of people to know that you should do what you love with passion, but be very serious about it and make sure that you're trying to impact people. And so I think I'm blessed to be raised in a household to have such a woman that close by to me. But I think I'm also blessed to see how she allowed her mindset and her blessings to pour over to other people outside of our household. If it wasn't for WETATi, I don't know if I would be as assured as I am within my field. Being a first-gen Nigerian-American storyteller, I think there are a lot of naysayers because they might not see the credibility in art. They might not see the money in art. They might not see why it's so valuable to push your children to think outside the status quo, because sometimes all people care about is their bills. But some of the greatest people in life have created things that answered problems, and funny enough, they have more than enough money to pay their bills because they weren't focused on the money. So I think WETATi, Ambassador Dureke, and organizations like this are important because they help those children that don't want to fit into the box live more full and round lives. It's WETATi power.